Hey, what's going on, guys? Me, Kova, and welcome to some more gossip. We are covering the biggest potential transfer rumours that may happen in this January transfer window. There's been a few that have gone down already. I think Niasi's joined on loan to Hull. I think there's a few others that have sneaked through. But we're going to cover some actual rumours that could potentially happen that we haven't covered yet. So, this one, Kessie, we kind of have covered him in the past, but he really just keeps on popping up. This time it's Everton. I've apparently made a £15 million opening offer for Kessie. Now, just imagine the midfield that Everton could have if they get these deals done. They've already got Ghana Gray, who's absolutely fantastic. McCarthy, I think, is a really good player. They've about to sign Schneiderlin, and they could potentially sign Kessie. That would be insane. You could have any three of those, and it'd be a great midfield trio to have. And I think they'll need to pay a lot more for Kessie, though. Snyder looks like a done deal, and obviously they've already got the other two, so they need to up the offer, I think, for Kessie to try and get him. Next up is a big one. It's kind of combined too, we'll show it in a minute. It's both of the Spurs fullbacks. That's why it is the title of the video. Kyle Walker and Daniel Rose. Danny Rose, whatever you want to call him. Both Manchester City clubs want both Spurs fullbacks. So they both, obviously, City have pretty much getting rid of Zabaleta, Sanya, Clichy, and Kolarov, and they want both Walker and Rose. Both Manchester clubs value them around £60 million, which is, I think it's a really low offer. I think, Kyle Walker is what? 26? I think Danny Rose is a bit young. I think Danny Rose might be like 23, 24. And to offer just £60 million for them both, that's £30 million each. That's not really that much. I think they are probably the best. I'd say they are the best right back and left back in the Prem. And for such a crap offer like that, it's a bit mad considering the fact that Chelsea paid £25 million for that Marcos Alonso. I don't know whether they go. I don't think they would. It would have to be an insane offer for Spurs to even entertain it. I don't think they're going to sell. Next up is Kolasinac. He is a young Schalke player. We covered him a few weeks back where Liverpool were interested in him. It's now Arsenal who are the latest club interested in the young Schalke defender. He's obviously a left back on FIFA, that is, but he can play centre back or even right back if needs be. And I don't know, obviously he's going to be going for free. I think he can talk to clubs already now. It'd be interesting to see who could announce the deal the soonest. And there's Danny Rose. Obviously, we just mentioned him. I think he's a cracking left back, and I think he will be at Tottenham for a while. He's a Tottenham boy. He will stay there. Next up is Julian Brandt, coming through the Bundesliga at Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool are monitoring the Bayer winger with a summer move, the option. They're currently just scouting him. They haven't actually put any groundwork in or any moves. It is just at the minute they're doing some scouting, seeing how he plays, seeing if he'll fit a system, and that is it at the moment with an option to the summer move. Another Bayer Leverkusen player currently getting linked to the move away is Çalhanoğlu. Chelsea have made a bid for Çalhanoğlu as they see him as an Oscar replacement. That is going to be absolutely insane considering that Chelsea got £60 million for Oscar. I cannot believe they got that much money. Surely that is wrong. He wasn't going to ever get that much money at any other club. No European club was going to pay that much to get Oscar. And the fact that Chelsea will now get Çalhanoğlu at a reduced rate, certainly it won't be £60 million. I could see them getting him for about 30, possibly £40 million. That's insane. Next up is Depay. He is getting linked with a move constantly away. However, Lyon have opened negotiations with United over Depay. The interesting one about this is the Lyon manager hasn't even had a say in this. It is the president of Lyon who's trying to get this deal done. He really wants to pay, and also Januzaj for some reason. He wants them both at Lyon. Next up is Perisic. I really highly rate Perisic. I think he's a cracking player. And Manchester United are considering a January approach for the Inter winger. I think, as much as he's a winger, I think he can play the cam role as well. I watched him in the European Championships. He was insane. He works really hard for the team, and I think he would be a great addition to United. Scott Hogan is next up. His deal to West Ham. They've seen a £12.5 million bid rejected. However, it looks like they've now gone up to 15 and made that deal happen, basically. He's a striker. He isn't a cam, as it says there, but he's only really proven himself at lower leagues. He's never played in the Prem before, so I think it's still a big risk for West Ham to go in for someone like him. 24, so he's got a bit of time left, and I think he can obviously improve more and more, but I do still see 15 million as a big risk for West Ham. Next up is Llorente. He is close to a move to Chelsea. He is a favourite of Conte's. He played for Conte at Juventus. Done really well. Obviously, he's at Swansea right now, and they will sign him on loan until the end of the season. I don't really see why Swansea would do this unless he is no part of the new manager's plans. Umar Niasse is next up. I think we mentioned him to begin with. Hull, I've got Niasse on loan from Everton. That's what I'm hearing. Everton, obviously, Koeman came in and said, I don't want Niasse. I don't think he's good enough. He won't be playing for Everton again. And now he has managed to get himself a move to Hull. Next up is Gibson. He is seen as a Chelsea replacement for John Terry, a long-term replacement. Jenkinson is next up. Crystal Palace are closing in on a $3 million move for the Arsenal man. And finally, Gaitan is last but not least. Tottenham ready to offer the Argentinian escape from Atletico Madrid. So there you go, guys. That is the team. Not really too many big transfer rumours, mainly the Tottenham duo. And if you did enjoy, make sure you do like and subscribe if you're new around here, and I shall see you in the next one.